little step back. Might have got away with a walk. Adams, no good. McCarron falls to Majet, waltzes on in, lays it over Humphries. It was turnovers and three-point shooting of Paul last week. Homicide, and already it started that way as McVeigh the other end against his former team. Not again, NBL 22 to get involved. Here is Hannes. Great pass inside. Drew the double and triple team. Humphries slips to the ring. Nice pass.
To be a dunk, the pass just had a bit too much on it, and another turnover as Dusty Hannes looks to stay aggressive. And he
as well on McDaniel, who now goes to the bench. Clint Steindl comes in for his first minutes.
It's been built up just after round one, and we know.
Withers. Bairstow was great last week. Continues it straight off the bench, his first minutes. And this is the man who can play. 15 points he averaged to open this season for the 36ers. And the last 9 points have been all Adelaide.
You know what? It's been great to see him in form, in incredible shape, and healthy. Great extra pass for an easy 2 points by Magnay, and we have an injury on deck. That is never good.
It is not. Can't put a great deal of pressure on it as Withers sits down. Scotty Ross saying, do you want a hand? He said, give me a moment, brother.
The Sixers program.
Mojave King in for his first minutes. The next day, here he is. Great pass to Bairstow, who gets it and one. Little pocket pass from the next star, and Cam Bairstow always in the right spot. Feels like at the right times. He's got 5 straight up and will go for an extra.
As you can see the play right here. Screen, rolls, goes in, thanks to Will Magnay, but sometimes he'll take it however you can get it.
Well, he spilt it off the pass. Cam Bairstow, that would have gone, because Will Magnay doesn't touch that. That's going to the three-point line for a long ball.
It's not how, it's how many, Pete Hawley. Steindl. Great way to move off the ball. One of the best in the NBL. Did exactly that. Doesn't need to put it on the ground too often. He's able to catch, shoot. That's all Twine, and the lead is back to 1.
And that was just beautiful to see. Great offense. Comes off. Perfect. Beautiful pass.
As King says, right back at you.
Knocks it down, and good to see the young fella coming off the bench. Aggressive, assertive, and making shots and making plays happen. More important. And that's what happens when you are a sharpshooter. Hard closeout, head fake, one dribble to the left, mid-range shot, bucket, last 5 points, goes to Steindl.
Here's King for 3. Back-to-back dribbles for the next star. He was...
Every time Clint Steindl checks into the game, you've got to be locked in. They will run a play for him and test out how hot he is. Right now, keep going to him until it dries up.
Josh Adams coming off a 20-point game. He was huge for them in that first game. Hit some key baskets down the stretch, not to mention that beautiful alley-oop.
Went nuts. Malou for 3. Got it. And they had their 3-point shooting difficulties.
One finally gets a chance in the NBL and showed some signs in the blitz of what he can do, and that'll help his confidence early, knocking that one down. As Mitch McCarron asked for an M1, but the call was about 25 seconds ago. You're going to struggle to get that as continuation.
Well, what I will say is the continuation rule sometimes does become a little confusing. That seems to be a little too far, but we do sometimes see it happen, so I like the fact that they're...
The Sixers have turned it around, and it has been the outside shooting. Mojave King came in, knocked down 2 of 2 threes, which will also help his confidence, and he only shot 25% from the field in his first 2 games in round 1, so it's a good sign from Mojave King as Mitch McCarron knocked.
McIntosh, here's Steindl, 5 points early. Here's McIntosh, fouled out last weekend. Well, nice pass, Steindl, green light, got it. That's why he's able to get it to go. And Clint Steindl, in NBL 1, there's another young man who's been doing it in NBL 1 and well. Here's Steindl, again. Rinse, repeat, 2 points. Steindl's got 9. That leads back to 3. Malou just drops it off to Humphries. A little easy on the...
King moving his feet. Scott Roth yelling at Matt Kenyon to move the ball. He tried to make some play. Good drop off there from McIntosh because the one-on-one defense was excellent.
Do for Mike. Couldn't find it. Now they just turned it straight back. It's turnover v turnover to Malou.
Both teams in this quarter extremely good block. But
Kenyon the first time, couldn't do it the second time. Here's Krizlovic. Weeks fades away in front of his bench, and they love it. As he knocks it down, uses the Humphries screen, shot clock's down to 5. Great lob, Baloo, great defense. Steindl, too late, wouldn't have counted, but that's a great start. I think we might check that out.
Turnover's still a problem. If they can tighten that up, they're in good shape.
Thank you, Case. Good news. Courtside, here's Dufermeyer. McCarron, 3, continues. What is a hot shooting night for the 36ers. He's able to...
We talk about when he played for the Cairns Taipans, that was what he did. He got put up some big numbers, got some rebounds. That's going to be a foul. Matt Kenyon there, just a little bit of a hip check, but Dusty Hannah's staying aggressive.
We go back to the inbounds. McIntosh looking.
Well, I'm not sure what McIntosh saw there, because Todd Withers was clearly in his line of sight between him and Jared Weeks, and maybe just wanted to trust Weeksy to beat him for the ball, but that was ambitious.
It was a risky pass, and he could have ran the baseline. They scored a bucket.
5 points for Dusty Hannahs. What'd you make of his first quarter? Not just points-wise, of which he had 4, but his aggressiveness and the way he went about it, Homicide.
And he has to continue to be aggressive. He has to trust and back himself. In the first round, pressure starts to mount. Make no mistake about that.
Dufermeyer, downhill, gets hit. Referee Friday night, and he spoke of how hard it has been. It's a much different world. It's hard.
He's leading a new franchise now. I'm sure there was that during the game when it went to overtime, all that. But he got the win, which is just a big credit to him. And he's got 3 there in the corner. He's got to let that fly. Hasn't taken one yet. I love that he's getting to the free throw line, drawing fouls, doing all that. Well, there's the explanation, because same thought.
Hannahs. Withers back. Cramp. No more. Other jack jumpers. Here's Hannahs. Takes a little bump. Adams doesn't agree, but Dusty Hannahs, you wanted it, you called for it, you're getting it.
It was Josh Adams was the help side defender. He had himself positioned under the basket as Mitch McCarron was in the corner. Dusty Hannahs, as soon as he saw Josh Adams turn his head, he attacked, put his head down himself, and that's what...
Daniel Johnson, step back over McVeigh, former teammates. He would have seen that a few times in practice. Over the last couple of years, he's able to knock it down.
And that's his first. For those 2 games, you have to know, coming into this game, let's settle down, learn from our mistakes, and focus and get this one.
And it's Clint Steindl.
So that's why I believe it will transition over.
It was in the first half again, coming off 21 on Sunday. Adams, too easy, kicks it outside. Oh, Majet just leaves it for Jared Bears. Half. Feels unders as well from what we've seen. Hannahs.
Got it into your floater and knock it down. And the Jack Jumpers could hit a couple more threes. So that man's going to keep shooting them, and why not?
Fantastic first half. Clint Steindl is having.
He's no good.
Jack Jumpers doing a great.
Even if you heavily contest it, if he's feeling good, it's going down, and it comes back to he got an open 3 ball. Now he's up to 15 points.
There's no better man to speak on this, Homicide, than Peter Hawley, who knows what Mojave King's going through right now. Minutes ago, we've seen the passion of the MyStay Bank Arena fans getting stuck into the referee. Oh, that was ambitious, to say the least. There's another poor turnover. So last shot of the half will be to 36 as Mitch McCarron will orchestrate it. McCarron fades away. No good. Tough end of the half. And played limited minutes. Majet, McDaniel. Tough shot. Great follow-up by the man who brings the end. This man, Humphries, Johnson, and Hannahs, same with 5 for Adelaide as well as they started the contest. Great move. Daniel Johnson, slow spin, does what he wants, methodically.
Get the ball to Daniel Johnson where he can be successful. He's going to have that mismatch height-wise, but Jet gets the and-one opportunity here. Mitch McCarron looks a bit well. Just feels a bit of contact, stops, and rises up.
Josh Majet in this game is 2 of 6. Josh Adams 0 of 7 combined. 2 of 13. I expect those numbers to turn around and get nothing but better in this second half for this team to have a chance to win.
Hannah's first three-point attempt, little short, falls into the hand of McCarron. A little surprised, but he puts it up and in.
Well, Mitch McCarron doesn't mind the post up himself, but the ball just fell in his lap. I think Josh Paget expected Dusty Hannah to at least be long on the three, but he was well short and just fell straight to Mitch McCarron.
6 points, 5 boards for the Ray Borna medalist. Here is Majet. More aggression. That's where you wanted Homicide. He knocks it down. 5 big points to start the third.
I mean, we all know just the little sample size that we've seen by this team, and I'm talking in the first game. This team goes as that backcourt goes.
Stay solid. Stay solid.
Good start from Majet in his third quarter.
And it's great pass. Johnson, great roll. And one. Takes a little bit bump. And he'll try and get through the old-fashioned way.
That's great from Dusty Hannah. Just turned Scott Roth. He's like, can I get a challenge, coach? But you see there. And,
oh, yeah, he caught him with that right hand.
Strategic play, the coach's challenge. You don't want to burn one when you might need it in the last minute or two, but
I don't think it would have been overturned there.
Not a
There was
chance.
some contact there. But Josh Majet, this is the way that he can help Josh Adams get involved. Take the pressure off him on the scoreboard by him being more aggressive. Let someone else tick the scoreboard over so Josh Adams can let the game come to him and he can start to find his feet.
McDaniel got it. And secondly, 14-point lead for the 36ers in the second quarter. It's down to 3. Humphries spins left hand.
And I was
He's clicking over. He's just still trying to find out where's the best way he fits into the offense. You've got a different point guard. Mitch McCarron and Josh Giddey have some similarities in terms of how they do when he sets such a big precedent for what we expect from you.
Player or two to fit in. You go and get a point guard like Mitch McCarron. Here's Adams. Looking to get going. Just pushes off. Handed a cookie jar. Might have been
through a set, but that's the type of player that he is. You just have to let him go if they want a chance to win this game. He plays such a huge role offensively.
He takes a seat. Steindl led all scorers in the first half. Here's Bairstow. Great kick-out pass. Withers keeps it alive. Good move.
Great pickup for the 30.
It's hard to score on and hard to pass.
They break the press too easy. It leads to a Bairstow reverse line.
Catch up. And I'm wondering if Scott Roth just pre-game as leading into this one and saying to Jared Bairstow, look, I'm going to throw you out here against Cam and you're going to do your thing. He did well in the first half to get on the offensive glass, try and give Cam Bairstow a bit of his own medicine. We talk about great pick and super signing for them.
Speaking of great pickup, have any one of you guys got that Hungry Jack's fried chicken sandwich yet?
Not yet. Bairstow, and now it's going to be Majet. Surveying the options, chooses McIntosh, he turns down the 3, aggressively puts it on the ground, and he's able to get it going as well.
Weighing in his mind the foul trouble that he's been getting in as Mitch McCarron tries to take Sam McDaniel off the dribble, and hey, Malou again likes that left corner. Hit one from the other side of the court, the same corner to start the game, but back to McIntosh. Fouled out twice in the blitz and his first game in just 17 minutes, so he's definitely aware of that. He's trying to stay out of that kind of trouble. So
on the court in the big leagues, getting minutes, quality minutes. NBL 1 league is tough.
It's real tough. Bigger and better again next year as well, right across the country, and players like this young man, Sam McDaniel, who plays in it, he continued to work on their game. And
Daniel was the perfect example of, for all those Tasmania young fans, of be elite in your role, be a star in your role at any level. It's a turnover here again from the Sixers, and McIntosh gets upstairs, but Sam McDaniel, last week, if there is a challenge and it is successful, then if the play is in dispute, no one has possession, we will get the jump ball.
King, 3, net.
We talked about
Off the tip of this year to say we believe in you. Look at this. He just dumps it off to Humphries, who misses it. So he has not lost any of that aggressiveness and that confidence to believe in himself, and that's not always easy to do.
it's important for you to be.
Sixers, they're basically saying that, so we're going to give you this chance. We want you to be this player that we've seen flashes of. The rest is up to you. You're going to have the chance, and he's got to come and deliver. Right now, he's done well tonight. He's 3 of 5 from the field, 9 points. He's also got 3 assists. I think he's making some really good decisions tonight. But another one that when things are drying up or maybe you're not ticking the scoreboard over. You can be a menace defensively.
Defensively.
You're extremely long, you're athletic. When likes of...
Shotcock down to 8. Hannes. Wants to take it a week. Does exactly that. Sorry, Dufemeier, not Hannes. Dufemeier.
Solid! Solid!
10 turnovers themselves tonight. Tasmania. Here's Dufemeier. Too easy in the air. Just rolls on like he's spending a Sunday arvo in the backyard.
Well, Scott Ryan got it. Once he gets the first one, he realises what happens. Next one gets downhill.
The second one was just as easy. Just copy and paste, and that's how Dufemeier's had the last 4 points. About a minute between the shot and game clock here. Here is Dufemeier. 3 on the shot. They're going to have to get it up. Mojave King knows it. Gets it. Takes a little bump. He's earned himself a couple of freebies as well.
He's fouled. And they're active.
Once coaches start using it, there's going to be a bit of banter back and forth of who's got the best strike rate. Mojave King, we've been singing his praises. He's got a chance to feed the Tassie locals.
Burger time.
Never in doubt.
Breaks their hearts. Leads 10. 2.1 on the clock. McIntosh. No good. Lead is 10. Lead for CJ Bruton's men into the last 10 minutes. Pete Hawley.
Well, the big question mark we're going to always have is if Josh Adams and Josh Magette, Josh Adams in particular, is struggling to score, great offensive set. That's exactly what I was about to say, is their offense has to be better structured to get certain guys the ball in certain places. Brilliant out-of-bounds execution to start this quarter, but as we said, when you don't have the guys who are one-on-one scorers like Josh Adams filling it up, your offense has to be that much more specific and particular to tick the scoreboard over. We haven't seen that for the majority of tonight. And on the other end,
and your defense be
offensive execution. Can they do it down this end as Magette just steadies for, I believe we call that a free throw.
Daniel Johnson wants to change that. And he'll need to do it from...
I'm impressed with what's going on.
Because he knows when it comes down to a one-on-one, he's not many that can guard him in terms of his ability to draw those fouls. He's got the quickest slow step you've ever seen. And that you might think like that sounds ridiculous to say, but if you watch it, he's just so methodical about the way he goes about it and has so...
Not even getting a touch.
And it just happened there. Put him in an on-ball, and Magette put it up as Daniel Johnson goes the other end. He might try to start rocking to get him back into this. Steindl got it right on cue. 15 points in the... McDaniel around Bairstow, left hand.
Had the big fella Cam Bairstow mismatch, didn't settle, got downhill. Can they get a stop here as Daniel Johnson? That's what I'm talking about. The quickest, slowest step you've ever seen. And Josh Adams had layups that they turned down.
McVeigh. Withers goes down, he goes straight at Johnson, takes the little...
Composure. You can see right here, it looks like it could have been a charge, but he keeps the composure, goes to the rack, finishes with the left.
McVeigh hits it.
He can get hot. Stay in your seats, Jack Jumpers fans. This ain't over.
Magette poked away by McCarron, into the hands of Withers, back to McCarron. Oh!
Good block.
Now.
We could see it here. This could very well be a challenge.
Now you challenge that.
Scott Roth might be having a quick conversation. Everyone's aware that lucky that was let go because that could have been unsportsmanlike foul and they got him on the wrist. That's why he's just a little upset, thinking would have got away with one if that wasn't called. Credit the chase down. Looked like he had no right to get there. Great their effort and energy on defense. That's what got the Nest hype. We're going with the Nest.
We are.
You had Will Magnay dive on the floor. Everybody started to feel that enjoyment. Everyone, the excitement of getting the game back to 7 points. McVeigh missed that offensive rebound.
It's about this. They've controlled the game largely, had it on their terms. But right now, well, it's up for grabs.
Bang! Adams for 3, breaks the duck. The lead is 5. And what?
On the unsuspecting player.
Lobs it. Withers took his time. Made it work.
Well, there you go. Just what I said, Todd Withers. A little cut to get inside. And Mitch McCarron doing the right thing, throwing it up to the bigger man on Josh Adams.
And now they go to the line for 2 because they're in the penalty.
And it is on Todd Withers, who will now
foul out and have a seat for
Grab
the last
pickle juice.
3 minutes and 46 seconds. And I guarantee you, watch who comes alive right now.
9 points, 3 boards on the night for Todd Withers, who went to the locker room in the first quarter with cramp, comes back, fouls out, hit the road jack, hasn't got to Tasmania yet. Didn't hear it, first time in an NBL game for 30 years. I haven't heard hit the road jack after an off.
Anyone open, everyone just stood there and kind of ran past each other. No one hit a body.
Adams. Got it!
Oh my. Oh my.
Play ran. Wide open.
Jack Jumpers, the crowd's into it now. That's what they needed to do. Got to get the ball back in Josh Adams' hand.
Steindl, big night. Tries to just bounce it to McNay. McNay, who wanted a ball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Adams. Sizes up and loose. Steps back. Gets fouled. He'll go to the foul line for 3.
I'm telling you, keep putting the ball in that man's hands. Good things are going to happen. There's nobody that can guard him right now. Malou, super aggressive, didn't let him land. Now he goes to the line for 3.
There's no doubt that's a foul. And I tell you what, when Todd Withers picked up that foul, he was so frustrated with himself, but saying that I didn't touch the ball. I'm super surprised because of exactly what we've been speaking about. That wasn't even looked at, the challenge. Not only was he sending him to the free throw line, but it was his 5th foul, and he was the one who was trying to do his best to lock up Josh Adams, is doing a really good job so far in this game. That's why the challenge is there. And if you have a timeout to use, maybe that's the biggest thing you're worried about, is losing one. But instead you lose who was your best defender tonight, your best guard defender, and Josh Adams has got on a roll.
Got himself to the foul line early. He's 5 or 6 from the charity stripe. He's got 11. Those 2 threes have come in succession late. As that lead is down to 1. Is the belief there for the 36ers?
Time for Dusty Hannon to step up. He's been quiet outside of the first quarter.
Right deep on the Jack Jumpers again. Now here's Hannon. Shot clock's at 1. He's got to let it fly.
Oh,
they hit it. Your first 3 of the season.
What a much-needed hit.
I don't think Dusty Hannes thought his first 3 of the season would come in that fashion, but better late than never. Josh Adams tries to end the play.
Let's go. 1-point deficit.
2 quality point guards going head-to-head. Humphries. Hannah's again. Shot clock again into 3. Floated this time.
That's tough.
You wanted it homicide, and he delivered.
This is what I'm talking about. 2 big-time players stepping up when their team needs it the most.
Adams crosses over right at Humphries. Tries to force a foul. Can't get it. McVeigh, great deep on a 36ers.
Big stop.
Ooh, about 11-second differential. So if you get a stop, you'll get an attempt. As Mitch McCarron says, I'll control this.
3 seconds.
Johnson lobs it to Humphries. Can't get it.
Here we go. 2 weeks in a row, surely not.
A shot and a chance to force overtime. Majette, long, McDaniel, he's got to let it go. It's Majette. Oh, it's short, it's off, and the 36ers somehow, after controlling the game, have miraculously held on and win their first game of the year.